Hello everybody, welcome to this week's question and answer video. My name is David, this channel is DeMars Coaching, and I am answering questions from your guys' questions from last week's question and answer video, last Monday. I do this every single Monday. If you have questions, please ask me anything you want. Go down below in the comment section, ask me, and I will answer it in the next question and answer video next Monday. So this video, I always have a recommendation sparked by your guys' questions. And lately I've had a lot of questions about our emotions. And, emotions are a part of who we are, our true authentic self. And we need self-awareness. We need to increase this. And really, if you could narrow it down to this, if you could shrink it down to just this, that it doesn't matter what you do, it only matters how you feel about it. If you start thinking that way, it'll help you increase your self-awareness and how you actually feel about stuff. A lot of us have been taught to suppress, ignore, numb, neglect our emotions. That's what our caretakers might have done to us. And we need to increase our self-awareness. We need to. How do we feel better, feel good? All the good feelings that we need and want in life, how do we do that if we don't even know how we feel? Or don't know how to process emotions, or know why we feel these things? So, I'm going to recommend a book. It's been quite a while since I've recommended a book. This is a great book. Very, very good book. Master Your Emotions, a practical guide to overcome negativity and better manage your feelings. This is written by, and I'll screw this up, Thibaut Maurice. I'm positive that's wrong. But I'll put a link down below in the description box if you guys want to follow this link to Amazon and purchase this book. It is paperback $17.99. And just to tell you a little bit about it, I like this question that they ask. Have you ever thought about your thoughts? Do you have a bias toward the negative? Understanding how negative feelings and emotions work is the first step. Then we must learn how to reprogram these emotions and turn them around. A happier life is possible if you follow the steps. This program works. Over 100,000 copies sold. Lots of good reviews. You'll learn 31 simple coping strategies, how to make your emotions work for you, a formula to reprogram your mind, and a free downloadable workbook, and much, much more. Anyone who's read this book, because a lot of people have, if one of you guys have, please let us know what you think about it. And anybody who wants to read it and does, come back and let me know what you think about it, okay? No matter what, I hope that this will just increase your self-awareness, make you focus more on your emotions and what they are and why we have them. Sorry for that loud noise outside. We get lots and lots and lots of street cleaning in this city. Okay, first question is from Tara Tamblin. Hello, Tara from Montana. And that's all I ask you guys. Let us know where you're from, okay? Ask any question you want. It doesn't have to relate to just narcissist or abuse or trauma or c-ptsd or borderline or anything like that. Ask me anything you want. Personal, too. I'll let you know if it's too personal. And if I misunderstand your question, if you misunderstand my answer, just keep asking. Let me know what you think of my answer. You can keep a little dialogue going if you want, if you think that could help you more. All right, so Tara says, in 5th grade, I was bullied in school by someone, and nobody did anything about it. Because the person that's supposed to do it is why you're being bullied, because your parents didn't do enough about it. That's who, really it comes down to our parents. I ended up talking to the other student myself and asking him why he was threatening me to have his friend beat me up, and he told me he was just kidding. And he really liked me. Interesting. Go back to 4 years old, and if you like someone, you go up and punch them. You go up and kick them in the shins. Huh? I get lucky with that. I got lucky with that one, but it really scared me because I really believed it was going to happen. It made me afraid to go to school, even though it could have been worse. Why do you think some parents don't do anything about bullying? And it's just neglect. It's neglecting everything, isn't it? Emotional neglect is the worst. Children can get by physical neglect. Not the best food, not the best doctors, best clothes, stuff like this. But we can't get by with emotional neglect. We cannot. That's the most important. Most important. And some parents are neglectful. It's the parents that were neglected. Parents that were neglected didn't fix it, didn't heal from it. They neglect their children. It's a cycle that constantly repeats itself. These are responsibilities of a parent. Safety is first. The most significant role a mother has is to keep a child safe and secure. And a father gets involved in the child's life and shows direction. Where were they? And you know that they were neglectful of many things before this. Emotional neglect, talking to your child, asking them how they feel, giving them emotional attention, reassuring them that everything's going to be okay. This stuff will come up. I'm being bullied. Or you won't be bullied. It's shame. The bully carries shame. We carry shame. The bully identifies the shame. It's not stopped. It continues. Yeah. Hope I answered your question. I'm sorry, Tara, that you were bullied as a child. Julie. I can't remember where you're from, Julie. Thank you for your response. I don't isolate. I have learned to be okay being single, and personally, I am good with that decision. And before I'm good for another, I will learn to get better with myself. That's great. You always say love ourselves first, and personally, that's my focus. My past relationship left me very dysregulated and broken, and sometimes I'm alone, but I also get out socially. I have more improvement to work on. For now, I guess it's the slogan, one day at a time. That's it, Julie. We start small with friends, acquaintances, and then friends, and maybe a lover. It's all our relationships. We just need relationships, and we need our emotional needs met in them. So I hope you have a couple of good friends where your emotional needs are being met, not just acquaintances that you hang out with once a month. Rory from Ohio. Hi, Rory. Hello again, David. Had to leave for a while to put my grandma hat on. Grandson and car trouble. Then turned over my garden since the weather was so beautiful. If you would have told me a few years ago that I accepted my husband's anger and rage, that I tolerated it, I would have probably had some choice words for you. I thought if I called him out on stuff, that's what you're supposed to do, but it never got any better. I put up with it when I could have made a choice to leave when he wouldn't change his behavior. I appreciate you taking time to answer my questions and comments. Have a great evening. Thank you, Rory, too. We have the cleanest streets in the world right now. Taxpayers' money, back and forth, lots of cleaning, even though they do this like once a month. Sorry if you guys can hear it. I think that's the last of it. Rory, that's great. That's great. You can take that. Truth can hurt sometimes. Don't be hard on yourself. You didn't do it. I mean, it's not your fault. Okay? Anything that he did to you is not your fault. And we put up with it for too long. That's what you're acknowledging. You said you're supposed to call him out on it. Yeah, sure. But we need repercussions to actions. And we need ultimatums, right? Terms. You can't hurt me. Can't abuse me. So when that happens, it's addressed like that. Remember, I said you can never do that to me again. And you did it again. It's better to know what will happen, like a child, right? If you cross the busy road again, you're grounded. If you mistreat me again, after so many times, next time, we're done. You are not allowed to express your anger that way and be physically violent. You're not allowed to yell, scream, hit stuff, throw stuff, bang on stuff, or threaten me. It's okay, Rory, we're learning. Someone didn't teach you, but you've learned on your own. And, things that we weren't taught as children and we learn ourselves as adults, it's just incredible, I think. It is. I think that's something to cherish and have confidence with, that we can do anything. Things that other people had to be taught to do it. I didn't. I wasn't. And then I learned on my own. Jamet from the United States of America. Hi, Jamet. Thank you, David. You are awesome. Thank you. You are too. Why can I not see abusive persons as bad? I see the hurt person inside. I feel sorry for them. So much terrible betrayal, and I still have a denial going on. I am stuck. Again, thank you. I have no contact with anyone who has been toxic with me. My standards are really high before I let anyone in. No more. I am loving myself first for the first time. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing that, Janet. Why can I not see abusive persons as bad? Because we don't judge people and call them bad or good, right? Every single person on this planet has done and will do bad and good things. So what do we label them as? We don't. That's judgmental, right? It's the behaviors, isn't it? It's the lying. It's the cheating. It's the threatening. It's the demeaning. It's the criticizing, isn't it? Yeah. So it's behaviors. And when we, it just gets so black and white if we try to bad person, good person, bad person, good person. It doesn't work. Bad behaviors are not tolerated. We cannot accept them. Okay? And so when you're looking at somebody who's needs help and is hurt and stuff like this, and you feel sorry for them, they aren't good person, bad person. Some people are so sick, we may not be able to allow them into our life. That's not a bad person. It's not a good person. They're sick. Some people are so unstable, I can't have them in my life. Some people are so dangerous for different reasons. Dangerous doesn't just mean that you're abusive, that you're manipulating and plotting and scheming to destroy my life. Dangerous is you don't even know who you are, so you're not very mindful and aware of what you're doing and how you affect other people and stuff like this. See that? But you're a great person. A lot of borderlines abuse people and totally unaware of it. They really aren't. Big problem with borderlines. They don't understand how their behaviors affect others. And it's a little bit different, or a kind of empathy. If we're gravitating towards a specific type of person for a reason, we know that, we're identifying with it. Okay? When I was sick and felt sorry for myself, I felt sorry for others and I gravitated towards them and I wanted to help them. It's much easier to help others and manage other people's lives than our own sometimes too. As you heal, you won't identify with that anymore. You'll understand that people can heal. I've healed. People can heal. They can heal if they want to. It's not easy, but I did the work, and I'm not going to just go pick somebody up and not allow them to do the work and do it for them, which we can't. We can't. We have to learn how to take care of ourselves. It's okay to feel sorry for people. Just be mindful of what you're doing and how it affects you, Jamet. Okay? Thank you. Next question is from CD, Colorado. Hello. I've been getting out more and interacting with others more. I still prefer working, visiting with my clients, doing things with my family, waking and going to the gym and coming home and enjoying my yard and cat. Getting warm and beautiful in Colorado. Yay! Everywhere it's getting warmer on the top half of the world. That's great. Thanks for sharing that. I hope you can incorporate more people. Rory, again, hi. Hello, David. It feels like Wednesday, LOL. My husband was an only child. Do you think that in itself creates an imbalance of entitlement? I remember when the kids were younger, I would make a meal and he would ask, how much chicken did I make? I would tell him, I bought the family pack so as not to separate the family. Or he would ask how many pork chops he could have, and I would ask him, that depends on if we're feeding the kids today. All kidding aside, I felt like he didn't share very well, especially when it came to food. Sharing his time was also hard for him. Any insight on this would be appreciated. Well, yeah, it's not being the only child that caused it. It's the parenting that caused it, right? It's not because he was an only child. It was because he didn't learn how to get along and be agreeable with people. I know from your past comments, Rory, that's why only reason I'm going to say this is he has temper problems. He has his temper tantrums. So two very, very important things we must teach children. And we don't have much time to do it. Really. I mean, if you send your kids off to kindergarten, bam, there they are, a member of society at 5 almost, right? I mean, they're at least interacting socially already. It'll really form who they are. But we got to never allow violence, anger, explosion, temper, the way they express the anger. We can't have temper tantrums. And I've said this a million times, but I think by about 4, if we don't stop it, it's very difficult to. And if we don't by 7, 8 years old, I don't think they ever stop, ever. That's your temper tantrum in adulthood. That's why. Didn't stop it. And that really doesn't matter that he was the only child, but he's not agreeable. So because he was the only child and because his parents neglected him, he never was taught to be agreeable. He was never taught to meet people halfway, to sacrifice, compromise, which always is necessary in relationships. In a brand new relationship, commitment requires some kind of sacrifice, at least some kind of compromise. Jeez, right? I agree with you. I mean, otherwise he's going to look for everybody. Idealized person has to be like this, or what he thinks he is, which he's not. But no, it's not because he was the only child. It's because his parents neglected their duties to teach him to be agreeable, accountable, not have temper tantrums, how to deal with his angers and emotions, and how he expresses them, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, what's okay, what's not okay. Didn't teach him that. He's acting like a child still. People that act like children, it's real obvious they didn't get what they needed as children. Why? Because what we do as parents is we supply every single thing our children need unconditionally, no matter what, until they're sick of it. Literally. And those children that don't grow up and you think they got everything they needed and they never grew up, they just know they're dependent on the parents still because they never got what they needed emotionally. And so we offer everything. We give everything unconditionally. It doesn't matter if they're bad, they still get everything they need. All of it. Emotional attention, emotional privacy, emotional security, all of it. Connection. And with that, the child has every single thing they need and feels safe to leave on their own. About teenage years, they get rebellious and independent. That's good. We try to hold them down a little bit, and then finally they're off. They're running. Because they want to. Because they had every single thing they needed, and they want to go do it themselves now. So any child that gets held back with that, they didn't get what they needed. Your ex-husband definitely didn't get what he needed, and he still acts like a child, and he has temper tantrums, and is not agreeable. And it must have just been a hell of a time with him. Okay. Tara from Montana again. Hi, Tara. I'm the same way about my dog. I don't let anyone else take care of him because I don't know if they'll protect him the way I do. And I would be the same way with my own children. So would I. Actually, I was that way with other children I was responsible for. I was more protective of them than their parents. And I have been too. More protective of children than their parents were. I've taken care of seniors better than the family does. Do you want any more dogs? And if so, what breed? A lot of you know I recently, a couple months ago, lost my dog, lost Danny. It's too soon. Definitely too soon to get one. In the breeds, I don't know. I've had Labradors, Rottweilers, and then Chihuahua. Danny was a Chihuahua. And I love all those dogs, love all those breeds. I don't know if I can get a big dog anymore. Picking up a 125-pound and a 155-pound dog every day is not something I want to do anymore. The Chihuahua was just perfect. But I don't know. There's all kinds of different breeds of dogs I like. But thanks for asking. That's nice of you to ask, Tara. I'll let you guys know if and when I ever do get another dog. For sure. But I just think it's too soon. Tara also says, I agree it was a lot, but you did a good job explaining what you think about my question. I like the answer you gave to treat people the way that best says who you are. I asked about those rules because I used to believe in the golden rule, to the hilt. But the platinum rule just seems like BS. I think so too. I'm really angry at someone right now who did stuff to me on another channel. She seems to want to she wants me to treat her the way that she wants to be treated, which is to agree with her about a guy running on a channel who didn't do anything wrong to her. He told me not to pay any attention to her, but I'm angry at what she did to me and him. What would best express who I am is to tell her what I don't agree with her about and everything she said and did to make me angry. But I don't know how much good it would do. This isn't really a question. Thanks for the answer. Well, yeah, I know it's not a question, but I still read it because I know we all deal with stuff like this all the time. And just realize what's really important to you, Tara. What do you value? Why do I want to go tell her this, that she made me angry? Because I want a relationship with her and she needs to know this so she never does it again? Or is it my ego that might be a little bruised? It's drama. Stay out of it. Stay away from it. Stay away from this person and anybody else who associates with her. That's my best advice. We got to stay safe. You can say whatever you want to her, of course, and just be real clear on why. What do you want from it? Just know exactly what you want from it, okay? And you can practice it. You can run it by a friend first, stuff like this. Salema from France. Hi, Salema. I agree with you. Stretching is great. There are so many benefits from it. Oh man, guys, any kind of physical workout, anything, stretch, 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 it's incredible. And flex, I keep saying flex, and I don't think people understand what I'm saying. Working out without weights, it's incredible. It's so good for you. And it's so much easier, and you just do it all the time, and it's great. I add just a few exercises for the vagus nerve, in particular one with the eyes, looking extreme on the right and then on the left, plus breathing with long expirations. These two are very good before sleeping. Pressing the fingertips before a stressing call or appointment, and singing. There are many other exercises, but I will stick to these. It's simple and it works. What do you mean by pressing the fingertips, Slema? I've heard of pressing on her neck, pinching, things like this if we're anxious, stressed. But I just curious, what do you mean by pressing? Thanks for saying that. Exercises for the vagus nerve. Great way to relax and calm ourselves for stress. Oh, and Salema has one more question. It's beautiful how you talk about your dogs. I don't know much about dogs. I know cats and they are intelligent. I could have conversations with my cats, and with some of them I connected very strongly. I miss cats so much. Why don't you get another one? It seems like a lot of people are very either black and white, dog or cat person, and cats get a lot of bad rap, and they shouldn't. Most people that hate cats, it's a weird thing. If you love animals, or you just hate cats, and you probably didn't grow up with them, you probably don't know them very well, and they're very sweet, very smart, and they just are. They're great. They're finding out, guys, that our pets are becoming way more emotionally evolved. Really, really fast. Very wide range of emotions. You can connect with your animals. Okay, thanks for that. And Valerie. And I think you go by Lily, but I'm not sure. You have that in parentheses. From France, also. 2 French. Here, back to back. I am single and intent to stay single. I just want to be left alone and live for me. I gave so many years to my marriage and my ex-relationships that I am not willing to sacrifice what I achieved. Computer's doing weird things. Weird. Okay. It's not working with me. Sorry, something just weird just happened with my computer. So you gave so many years to your ex, to your ex relationships, willing to sacrifice what you achieved since your divorce. You're not willing to sacrifice. I'm sorry, I'm having deep problems reading this now. Okay, so you work in a big company and you interact with many people daily. You take care of yourself, enjoy the simple things in life. You never ask for help, and proud that you manage on your own. So, and then you ask me this. So you basically are saying, if I isolate myself, I am punishing myself. Be with an abuser is worse, isn't it? Maybe I'm not ready or in denial, but I feel I am embracing my loneliness. It's my freedom. I'm 50. I'm starting getting friends when everyone already have friends. It's not easy. I do have some friends though. Good. I don't see them often because of life. Then they're not really friends. They have, and I don't know what life means in quotes, because of life, because of a job, bathroom, sleep, driving. They have family, so they are busy, and that's all good. Then you're not friends. I want to be really clear on that, everyone. Friends aren't too busy. Friends don't need reasons to not see you. Friends check up on you regularly. They want to know how you are. They want to make sure you're okay. They want to know why when you're not. And then they check up on you more often when you're not. These are friends. This friends, no. Acquaintances, neat. Don't need them. I mean, if I have friends, I don't need to go out with somebody I'm not friends with once a month. No, I'm going to go out with my friends. You don't want to be my friend? That's fine. We accept that. You're accepting it, but you believe that they're your friends. We meet when it's possible. The pandemic didn't help in a way. It did, because I saw who really cared and who didn't. That's right. And I lost many friends through the years because, well, people change and live their life and leave. Not everybody, not some people. That is normal. I accept it. It is sad when a good friend leaves and goes and lives far away. We stay friends, and then years passes and we lose the connection. That's life. Well, at least it's mine, and I cannot control others' life. No, you can't control other people's life, but you can control yours, Valerie. And it's about the decisions and choices that we make. So if you're not happy about something, you can't keep making the same choices and decisions and accepting the same thing over and over again. Do you see that? And so a lot of this usually has to do with the type of people we're allowing in our life, the type of people we're making and forming commitments with in relationships. If this is a regular occurrence, because the ghosting, the I'm too busy, all this stuff, no, that's not how most people are. So we're finding a minority, and consistently there's a root problem. And this is what we can control. The decisions and the choices we make, who we allow in our life, who we commit to, who we invest in, who we connect with. And you just said you still now have friends that you don't see. They're not your friends. And we're making the same mistake, okay? And it's okay. It's okay. But we got to start doing something differently, at least, right? Right, Valerie? Don't do it the same way. You'll end up in the same place, okay? And I'm not saying that. Here, I wrote my response, and then you responded again, Valerie. I said, I'm not saying you have to date or do anything. And I'm certainly not judging you, okay? Everything you do is at your speed and decision to do it at all, and you don't have to do anything. All that matters is how you feel about it. If you're all happy and content, then we're fine. That's what you said. Take your time and do what you feel is best for you. We all need human interaction, but we really need love. We have emotional needs that can only be met by those who love us. You're starting small and have some friends. Make sure they're not just contacts or associates, and open up to them. Develop deep connections with people, and dating can wait a very long time. That's okay. Open up to these people you believe are your friends. Tell them how you feel. Ask them for what you want, and ask them how they feel. And if it's not working, then it's over. And then we have to go make some more friends eventually, okay? I'm not saying that I can't remember how you put it. You might have been quoting me even. Isolating is damaging. Isolating is one of the worst things we could ever do to ourselves. So most of us need a little period of isolation, I think. I did. It's okay. Just start being really, really aware of who you are, of how you feel, and what you need. Know what you need, and you realize you're not getting it. Know what you want. Start working towards that. These kinds of things, okay? Thank you. And you replied again. You said, thank you for your message. I agree. This can take a long time. And you're doing it at your own pace. And that's what we have to do, at our own pace. There's no rules. There's no guidelines. You don't have to be fast, quick. And Victoria from the Bay Area. Hi, Victoria. Can you please explain the difference between pride and proud? I met somebody that had a lot of pride. It made me sick to my stomach. So they had a lot of pride, so they were proud. It's context. Same thing. I have pride. I am proud. I have pride would be noun, and I am proud, adjective. I'm proud, David. Adjective, right? Describing it, yeah. So it's just context in which way you decide to use it. But pride will ruin relationships. Just remember that. Don't want to be too proud, right? Proud. It's good to be, feel proud of our accomplishments. But once I start using that in relationships as status, I'm screwed. Yeah. Also known as hubris. Pride destroys relationships. Be careful if people are too proud. And I think that's it. Let me make sure. That's it. That's it. That's all the questions. Thank you guys very much. Continue to enjoy your Monday. Please give the video a thumbs up. That's the only way these videos continue. It's all that really comes down to matter. Thumbs up and share if you want. Subscribe to the channel and ask questions. Come back next Monday. And always love yourself first. Okay, guys? Yeah, and let me know if you understand my questions. And give me some feedback on my answer. Keep a little dialogue if you want. Thank you, guys. Love yourself first. Bye.